Hello, I'm Kathy Gwidt, District Administrator for the School District of New London.
And I'm Kim Schroeder, Board of Education President. We would like to share a final message in an effort to help inform voters of the referendum question they will see on November 4th. The language on the November 4th ballot reveals the urgency felt within the School District of New London to seek a non-reoccurring referendum to exceed the revenue limit by the amount of $500,000 for the school years of 2014-15 through 2017-18. Simply stated, we are seeking to expend $500,000 for the upcoming 4 years for facilities maintenance, to improve security in our schools, and to purchase literacy resources for our kindergarten through 12th grade readers. The majority of these dollars, 70% in fact, would go toward roof repairs. There's nothing fancy about this referendum, but we can't proceed with the completion of these projects without increasing the revenue limit through referendum. We are working diligently to get the word out. We want every voter to feel informed as they enter the ballot booth. We have held dozens of informational meetings, published articles in the local paper, distributed inserts on e-newsletters, run video on the local cable access station, highlighted our referendum website, and encouraged continued conversation whenever the opportunity arises.
Feedback from these sessions remain consistent. Voters typically wonder why we can't just take these dollars out of our annual operating budget. The answer is complex, yet centers on the fact we are a low-spending school district. This year we will expend $9,256 per student, while the state average exceeds $10,000. History takes us back to the early 1990s when spending was capped. At that time, New London was a very low-spending school district, and that should have been applauded. But instead, political actions of that era have not allowed us to catch up. State funding was again reduced in 2011-12 by $525 per pupil. So we lost $1.2 million in state aid that year and further cut another $800,000 to balance the budget. A loss of $2 million that year and another $1.5 million the next year, combined with increasing costs in transportation, heating, and health insurance, begin to explain why we have not been able to save up for maintenance expenditures of this magnitude. Another question that continues to come out of our sessions is, what efforts have already been made to save dollars which could then be applied to larger maintenance expenditures? We have been able to confidently share that we feel we have done all we can prior to coming to our voters with this referendum question. Efforts include the $3.5 million decrease in budgets I had noted earlier, but also wage increases that have been capped, as well as health care benefits that have been modified to include asking staff to pay a greater premium share. Health insurance is no longer available to any staff member at retirement, and there are now required contributions by employees to the retirement system. Transportation purchases have been postponed until they can be funded through the annual budget to avoid leases or additional debt, and reluctantly, class size parameters have been adjusted. We have recently attained awards for energy savings initiatives by capturing utility efficiencies, which in turn have helped to keep costs down. We have maximized grant opportunities, as is evidenced by the attainment of grants in the amount of $875,000 for the Next Generation and Catalyst Academy charter schools, which are helping us to ensure options that meet the needs of all school district in London students, which in turn keep our kids here instead of seeking options through open enrollment. This is just a sample of efforts made to reduce cost.
Research shows that public school quality is one of the most important determinants of home value. Schools directly affect a community's vitality and home resale values. The more attractive a community, the more likely people are to live, work, and shop there. Strong schools mean strong communities. We encourage you to let us know if you would like to talk in greater detail. We would love the opportunity to do so. Now that the residents have information, we ask that they remember the importance of voting on Tuesday, November 4th. Please know that coming to you with a request of referendum was our final option. We have addressed all others. We encourage you to contact any one of us with questions and dearly appreciate your willingness to stay informed. Please vote on Tuesday, November 4th. Thank you.